Whew. Good evening and welcome to night 2 of Cliffyland's Global Cooking Challenge. Tonight we are hitting the food of Tajikistan, which is country number 170 of the 193 UN member states we are cooking in our Around the World Learn to Cook Challenge here. Tonight is night 2 of Tajikistan. We are going to be cooking Tajikistan. If you're wondering where Tajikistan is, it's rather hard to see here. It's this little curved country located right about there. It's north of Afghanistan, separated by Pakistan, just by that little tail in Afghanistan. You have China over here, Kyrgyzstan over there, and Kazakhstan over there. So it's like a landlocked country. Vicky, how you doing? So lovely seeing you. Thank you for the restream. Tonight we are doing one of the national dishes. Well, thank you for coming by, Vicky. It's very nice, and I know it's very late for you. Hope you had a good day. But today we are cooking a yogurt naan and a lamb plov with apricots and raisins. Whoops, there we are. So I am very tired, and I literally just got back from running 10 miles for the first time in a week. So I'm hurting quite badly. And I'm a little out of breath. So, hi Mom! Tell Dad I sent him a message. I will talk to him later. Let me get my stand ready here. So, Plov, P-L-O-V, you may know by its what it adapted into, which is a rice pilaf. Plov is a family one-pot dish native to Central Asia and such. We did it way before Meerkat here. We did it way back cooking the food of Azerbaijan back in the A's. Rob, hello there. Good night to you. Good seeing you. Thank you for liking the restream. Again, in case you were wondering, we got our globe here while I get my stand. Hopefully it will stand and it won't fall over. It's always a challenge here. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. I command you not to fall. Okay, one more time. So India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Kyrgyzstan. Little loopy little thing right there. Kind of like an upside down C shape. So that's where we are, that's what we're doing, that's what we're cooking. And to start off, I did do something here that I have not done before, which is I did something off camera. I could have, you look shattered, I feel shattered. My right leg had been bothering me, so I didn't run for a week. And I ran, my right leg feels just fine, but now I've got a big old cramp in my left leg, which it's just a cramp, but it's hurting. Trying to stay hydrated. Okay, but what I did before is I got my dough together for my naan. Naan. The problem is when I was looking for my Herbie, how you doing? Thank you for liking the restream. Mom, thank you for the like. Mom likes me. This started out. I had to do a couple steps like hours ago, which was hot water and yogurt mixed together with a little bit of whole wheat flour, and for an hour. Then I beat that, and then I added in the regular flour and salt. But then I realized when I got to the end that I needed more all-purpose flour, and I had naan for my naan. Get it? Naan? I had naan. So I wound up using more whole wheat flour. I hope that's not terrible. But the yogurt is the key feature in this right here. Epsom salts. I'll need those handy. Photo, thank you for the follow. Anthony, my good man, thank you for the restream. Hello, how are you doing? Greetings. Let me walk over here for just a half a second here. As I limp along. Ow. Ow, ow. Owie, ow. Hold on. I want to see what I'm playing on my Apple TV, in case anyone wonders. This is Kyrgyzstani music. Ooh, okay, So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat that oven to 500. Preheat. 500 start. It's going to be a very hot oven. Then this sucker has been sitting here for 3 hours. So it should have been 2 hours, but I had to go run. So we're going to divide this sucker into 8 pieces. And I'm going to lay them out on baking dish, which will be covered in parchment paper over here. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm wearing my contacts, it's weird. I haven't worn my contacts in here for a while, and it feels odd because I can't really see close or far with them, which is very handy. So I'm going to try to use my pastry cutter to cut this into 8 pieces, which means I'm going to have a lot more. Derek, my good man, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, that song by the that I was talking about the other time was by the band of the Black Watch. It hit the charts in 1976 here, and the song was called Scotch on the Rocks, which I think was kind of funny. It's a bagpipe band. But anyway, that's just a little thing for Derek there. Okay, so we're going to try to cut this into 8 pieces. Hopefully. Now, I found a couple different recipes for this bread. One of them involved putting shallots on top, which sounded just dandy, except I didn't buy shallots. So if the husband gets here in time, there'll be shallots on top, and if not, well, then there won't be. But there's going to be 8 pieces of naan. And as I mentioned before, on Friday, Huffalo, thank you for the restream. Oh boy, I really should have put my glasses on. In Tajikistan, the saying is, if you don't have bread, you don't have food. You could have all the meat in the world, but if you don't have bread, you don't have food. So that meant that for Friday's dish, we had to make a bread, and here for Tuesday's dish, we're making another bread. This one, unlike the other one, this one is not, well, it is sort of flat, but it's not a flat bread in that same sense that the other one was. And this one has yogurt. And this one is leavened, so this had yeast in it, whereas the other did not. So we've got bowl number 1. Oh, you know what? I should put the parchment paper down. I never know how to cut this thing off. Never seems to want to cooperate. There. Okay. Down, boy. Down. Okay, hopefully this is gonna be fine. Bobby? Is that Bobby? Goodness gracious. Hey, stranger, how you been? Thank you for the restream there. So we're gonna get 8 pieces going. This naan, and they can spell it N-A-A-N or N-A or N-O-N, either way, which is curious. These are not the same size. They will be normally decorated within an inch of their lives. There'll be all sorts of things imprinted onto them and decorated, and you'll see them sold by the side of the road and such. Ethan, is that Ethan? Thank you for the like and the restream. I so should have put my glasses on. It's not funny. Okay. Okay, 3, 4. But like I said, they decorate them like nobody's business. And then they have traditions around bread that are quite specific. For instance, if a piece of bread lands on the, they'll eat on the floor, on a tablecloth on the floor. Ethan, thank you for the follow there. But if it lands on the floor on it, it should never be upside down. If it does, it is not meant to be eaten. That's bad luck. You put it up on the roof somewhere for the birds to eat. You don't throw bread away, even if it's been soiled in some fashion. You want it right side up. You don't want it upside down. There's a lot of stuff about bread. And we're going to try to do, you know, a version of this that isn't a total insult to the Tajikistani people. Right now I'm just making the 8 pieces of bread, and then they're gonna sit while I get the rest of my stuff together. Now the plov, P-L-O-V, is traditionally eaten throughout all of Central Asia, which is one reason I haven't made it before on Meerkat, because number one, I made it for Azerbaijan, one version. Mom got to taste that one. And I made it for her too. It was so good. This one, A, is the first time I'm doing this streaming, and B, is the Tajikistani version. Downside is this also the national dish of Uzbekistan, which is coming up later, and that's a kind of a problem because, you know, I don't like to overlap. So we're gonna have to find something unique for Uzbekistan. Sorry about that. Or as the 2012 presidential U.S. candidate said, Uzbekistan. Ethan, Herbie, landing point, hello landing point. Shannon, if you're there, how are you? Okay, before. You know, I know someone where I used to live, who's a personal trainer now, but he told me that his initial post-high school training was in meat cutting. And I could use his help right about now, because I don't have any idea. Okay. So we're trying to cube this lamb, trying to find the bone, shoulder. Okay. How's it? Whoa, okay. Derek says, I just listened to the Blend of the Back Watch playing Scotch on the Rocks, and I can understand that some may enjoy it having had a few Scotch on the Rocks. Yep. I can't remember the last time I had a Scotch on the Rocks. But hey, it might be something to try. There's a point I did ask for one, and I had it, and I went, okay, now I've done that. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to slice this. But I thought that was just a cool name for a band. The Band of the Black Watch. I mean, you explained what it meant. I'm gonna cut out the fat. Mom will appreciate that. Lydia, how are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Good seeing you. Thank you for coming by. Lydia, if you could private message me on Twitter, DM me on Twitter, and you know, give me like a 2-sentence rundown on how that that Meerscope Facebook group works. Because I don't want to do anything wrong. I got yelled at for doing something wrong, so I just want to play by the rules. I gather it's a group where people post their feeds and stuff when they're coming up, but I think they're scheduled way in advance and they're not to compete with each other or something. I can't really tell, but that's all I could tell. I've been looking at Periscope lately because, as I mentioned before, phase 2 of this challenge, after hit Zimbabwe and after I do some non-UN member state territories, a hand-picked group that I'm going to do at least one night a week on Periscope, just to see a different audience and see how that works. And to see how landscape mode works, because that'll be interesting. Okay. Wowee. I'm getting some of that bone out. Okay, there. And that's bone. And how we doing? Oh, yeah, okay. I need to study lamb anatomy. To know where the bones are. Ugh. Stand up straight, I know. But it was a hot day outside today. It was not fair. It was so cool, and now we've had the air on. I mean, it's, you know, it's weird. It's February and there are people running their shirts off. Which is, you know, fine, but it's not February. Brazil! Are you in Brazil? Hello, if you are. Hello, Brazil. Obrigado. That's the extent of the Portuguese I know. I told myself I was going to use Duolingo and learn Portuguese. And I didn't, and I'm bad for that. When I was in Brazil, many years ago, everyone understood my Spanish, but I couldn't understand their Portuguese, which made things very confusing. But, hello, Brazil! Stay away from mosquitoes. Okay, so, But when we cooked Brazil, way back at that was country number, I want to say like 17 or something like that. I made the national dish with all the meats on top of meats on top of meats on top of other meats, and it was okay until the very end, and I screwed it up. And so I need to fix that. Hello, how are you doing? Buenas tardes, buenas noches. Buenas noches, será. I can talk to you in Spanish, but I'm not going to attempt Portuguese. I'm not under pressure. Okay, we have our cubed lamb now, yay! And that's going to be trash. Woohoo! So we've got our lamb, and now we just got a couple other things to cut, and then we'll be ready to start putting stuff together. But I have to clean first. I tell you, the lamb is confusing the heck out of the people at the grocery store. They go, who is buying all this lamb? Nobody buys lamb in this neighborhood. Why are we suddenly getting all this lamb? It's like, whenever I hit a stream of Muslim countries, it's just, you know, lamb. So, I mean, when I cooked in the beginning, Afghanistan was a lamb stew, Algeria was a lamb dish, Azerbaijan had lamb in it. So there's a lot of lamb in the A's, and there's a lot of lamb right now. So, now we're going to get our veggies together. We need 2 carrots and a new friend, which probably won't be new to you, but it's kind of new to me. But first, carrots. Is this the one? No. Where are you? Okay, I know it's here somewhere. Okay, I bought it. I put it in here. Okay, this is irritating. Okay, we got a problem. I can't find the thing I bought. So here's the carrots. Hooey. That would stink. It has to be there. It has to be there. There was this whole rigmarole that they rang it up and they thought it was garlic. And I had to go to the stand, the customer service, and have them change it so it was what I paid for, and now you don't see it. Upsetting. This is upsetting. This is upsetting. Where would you be? Unless I put it somewhere else. I don't think so. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Phooey. Somehow I lost a turnip. Yeah. see. See if it works. Also, add emergency turnip. No, not turn up, turnip. 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 Like the thing. Turnip. Send. Who am I sending this to? Also, add emergency turnip. It keeps there we go. Let's see if that works. Bad, 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 bad. I had a turnip and it vanished. Well, meanwhile, gotta clean my carrots. That's very upsetting. I hate it when that happens. Where could it have gone? Phooey, 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 phooey. Oh, bad, bad, bad. Oh. Okay. Bones. Hold on. Thank you for the follow. The Tigment. What? Ed. I'm getting a text here. What? That's him. Ed? He's having trouble texting. We're having texting issues. But now we're gonna peel. What happened to my carrot? Gentry, thank you for the like and the restream. I am upset. I lost a turnip. There was drama about the turnip. And it wound up in a different bag than everything else, because I had to have it in my hand. Well, I went to the customer service desk. At the customer service desk, they refunded me the 42 cents difference between the head of garlic that she thought it was and the turnip that it really was. And I don't know where it went. Oh, Ian, thank you for liking the restream. Justin, hey there. I am making a plov, P-L-O-V, plov from Tajikistan. It's with apricots and raisins, but it's supposed to have a turnip. And I went to the trouble of buying a turnip, and I'm realizing right now that my turnip has made a break for it. It ran away and went to turnip heaven, and I don't know where it went. And so I need a turnip. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Derek says, we used to have a Swede, but we lost him too, Victor. Oh, goodness, Victor, yeah. Well, whatever happened to them? I mean, they obviously gave up on Meerkat. I recall being on one time. We're talking about the Swedish Food TV. Used to be a regular on Meerkat here. You'd see him, like, you know, just about all day, every day. Great guy, Victor, in Sweden. Gambian, Sweden chef in an Italian restaurant. Great guy. Early booster of the Cliffy Land right here. However, he seems to have vanished. I recall in a conversation one time, he was talking about, I think it was Periscope, and catch and not caring for that. So that's all the information I have to go on. Justin, did you forget it? No. See, I had it. They rang it up. It said garlic, and I said garlic, and she said that's not garlic. I said no, it's a turnip. And she goes, oh dear. Well, here, take it to customer service. Puts it in my hand. I have the bag in my hand, and then I go to customer service, wait in line. They They say here's 43 cents. I'm thinking great, thanks. I put it back in the bag, and I bring the bag home, and now I can't find the turnip anywhere. And I can't find the bag with the turnip. It is plumbed in. Oh, I found the turnip. Found it. Found it! Exclamation point, never mind. No, that's not what I wrote. Hold on. Back up. Voice recognition is being really weird here. Never mind, comma, found the turnip, period. They say that you don't trust people who put periods at the end of their text messages. That would be me. Turnip! I found my turnip. It was in with the meat. As I retraced my steps, I remembered what I did. So we have our turnip after all. So let us peel the turnip. Yay! Lol, 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 lol. Yes, I'm here to provide comedy. And I should wash this first. Lol, 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 lol. I put it with the meat, because I put it in a different bag after the whole debacle. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. Okay. Abracadabra. Back to turnips. So we're peeling turnips. These are going to be cut into strips. Oh, golly gee, I just realized turnips must be like potatoes. They oxidize quickly. I'm seeing it happen right as I peel it. Miss Wendy Jean, hello, thank you, lol, congrats, yes, I'm so proud that I found my turnip. It was very lonesome. It was, why did you put me in the meat drawer? I don't belong here. There's cheeses here, I'm afraid of them, they're all moldy. There was a Parmesan who was giving me the stink eye. Hey, what are you doing to me? That's not any better. The talking turnip. You crack me up. Thank you. He'll come in and we'll hear, God damn it. The line was long as hell in Publix. Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know how things are down in Hollywood, but up here, you know, I was like a non-believer in season. Growing up in Miami, not Miami Beach, I didn't believe in season. People would always talk about season. And it's season, I can't get parking, and it's season, and I can't go to a restaurant. It's season, and I'm like, I don't believe in season. You know, it's like the tooth fairy. And then I moved here, and during season, and I didn't think anything different, but then I lived through a summer and came back, and I'm like, whoa, season is real, season is real. Ay, bendito, okay. But yeah, so it's crazy, and the lines are long, and it's all these people from up north, and many of them are super, super nice, and some of them are really mean and obnoxious. And they give a bad name to snowbirds. I'll just say that. We rely on them for the economy here, but sometimes they can be big old jerks. I ran into one, or almost avoided running into one when I was running today. It always happens. It's like during the nice cool weather, you know, people with strong northern accents saying obnoxious things as I'm just trying to go down the sidewalk. And I'm like, geez, just get out, leave some space for people to get by. I mean, I was jogging, and this guy is like on the narrow sidewalk. He opens his door, lets out his little dog, and I'm seeing it, and I'm thinking, okay, hopefully the dog won't run like in front of me. And I'm eyeing the narrow space I have to get past him. And just as I'm about to set foot in that narrow space, he looks me in the eye, and then he drops his beach chair right in front of it. And I'm like, please don't block the sidewalk. You know, and I'm thinking, I just don't want to fall and, like, you know, injure myself and never be able to run again. And he's just like, just calm down, relax, man. And I'm like, just trying not to get injured, sir, thank you. That isn't what I was thinking, but that's what I said. Hear a lot of French, lol, Anne, hello, Anne, thank you for the like. Hear a lot of French. Oddly, well, if I was out in public more, I would. I have a neighbor who is from Montreal, so I would. But no, here in the specific area, it's mostly New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts, with a smattering of Ohio. But New York to the nth degree. New York and New Jersey. And I learned another thing right after I moved here. In most places, rush hour for the movies, the busiest time is the Friday night to see, you know, the big comic book movie that's in the theaters this particular week. Here, I went to see the 2 p.m. showing on a Sunday of a Woody Allen movie. I got the last 2 seats. Just saying. There's a different kind of rush hour around here. So we're trying to cut these things into strips of some kind. I'm not being terribly exact, which is probably a problem, but it will be okay. Lavender Femchi, did I see you there? Hello, thank you for the restream, and thank you for the restream. Hiya. We are cutting our carrots into strips. They are not the same size, which is a problem, but it will be okay. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, I love Woody Allen, funny man. Well, you know, I like his movies. I like his movies very much. As a person, that's a whole big debate that we're not having here. But yes, his movies, I think, are really something else. There's a point I wanted to make sure I saw all of them, but that was, I couldn't keep up. But I have seen most of them. But, you know, now as the phrase goes, a problematic person. So, we'll just leave it at that. Doesn't make me like the movies less. So, break. Mommy, think my mommy's here too. Hello, how are you doing? We went to see The Revenant in the theaters this weekend. I did not care for it. I didn't hate it. There are movies that, you know, I want to burn. I did not want to burn this movie, but I did not care for it. It bothered me a lot. Not the least of which was falling asleep, like, at least one time. And I don't do that. I don't fall asleep in movies. I can count on less than one hand the times I've fallen asleep in a movie theater. Derek, and you didn't make the connection between Swede and turnips. Swede and turnip. He turn up around here? Is this the pun? Swede and turnip. Victor Swede didn't turn up. He hasn't turned up. He hasn't turned up around here. Is this? That's the only way I'm getting it. It's either my brain or my accent, or my point of reference. I don't know how to get a flat surface here. Screw it. Okay. Carrots. Gotta move faster, Clifford. Gotta move faster. Have to keep the party moving. There's a damn gnat. Rawr! Shoot. A gnat got in. Anyway. Turnips, carrots. Now, we got our turnips, we got our carrots. We got our lamb, we have our onions. And now, we're going to, get ready, one other thing. Which are dried apricots. Apricots or apricots? Which do you prefer? Apricots or apricots? You say tomato, I say ace Swede is a root vegetable, very similar term. No idea. Did not have an idea about that. I failed Produce 101. Oopsie doopsie. I didn't even know what a turnip was. It said to go get a turnip. I was thinking that, oh no, that's a rutabaga. I mean, at least I knew, like, to look in the produce section. So that. So we're gonna get us 10 dried apricots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, lost it. 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 dried turnips. Dried apricots. And we're gonna set aside a couple more for dressing the dish at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make it 6. Aced Swede. See, I think music. I think 70s music. My brain just goes to Ace of Base. They're Swedish. And then there was the 70s act for, Blue Swede had Hooked on a Feeling. And there was Ace that had How Long Has This Been Going On? But Ace Swede is not something with which I was familiar. Okay, we are quartering the apricots, the dried apricots. This is going to be for a plov, P-L-O-V, plov. And thankfully it was easy to find dried apricots. When I cooked the food of Azerbaijan, way back in country number 11, which would have put it in 2012, that's how long ago, one of the ingredients there was dried sour plums. You go trying to find you some dried sour plums. I had a hunt, but I found them. I mentioned that was the first time I went into that huge food global market, which is about 40 minutes away, or 30 minutes, 40 minutes away, and they have an aisle, like they have a Bangladeshi food aisle that goes like a block. They have Asian products aisle. Do I hear my husband? I do. Hello. Hi. I hope it's my husband. Hello, intruder. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, it is my husband. I was thinking, if it's an intruder, at least I have a knife in my hand.
I did not get a haircut this time.
Oh, okay. Tony, thank you for liking the restream. A swede is a root vegetable. It is.
I'm glad that you...
Tell that to Abba. No, that I found it.
Yes, because I had already left...
Yes.
Foods, which is what I was trying to write.
Ah, yes. It was weird. It just said, and then it said just left Ed.
Yeah, I typed WF and it did.
It was weird, yes.
Ed.
Weird. It's like, who's Ed? Thank you again. He came with the shallots. So these are apricots.
I didn't know how many shallots you needed, but...
That's perfect, thank you. Just because he was nice enough to get shallots, we got shallots. We're gonna chop those up too. Peel and chop the shallots. This is our trash. That's going to be for our naan, N-O-N or N-A-A-N, whichever you prefer.
Oh, really?
Yes. They spell it N-O-N, but they speak Persian in Azerbaijan, not Azerbaijan, in Tajikistan. And also there's a lot of Russian, since the Soviets owned it, and there's a lot of Russian people there, and a lot of people from Tajikistan live in other countries and work there and send money home, which is kind of a way that a lot of countries, get by. Some countries, a huge percentage of their income is remittances, people sending money home from working elsewhere. If it wasn't for that, there would be more global poverty than you could possibly imagine. So, that is something that happens in Tajikistan. Oh my goodness. Oh, that run was kind of brutal.
Oh, in the heat?
Well, yeah, it was hot. It's crazy. It's like freaking 80 degrees in February. This is just criminal.
Well, you're going to like the upcoming forecast.
Yes, it's going to be cold.
Friday high 68, Sunday 68, Monday 68, Tuesday 66,
Yay!
Wednesday and Thursday 64.
Yay! Yay! Happy, happy.
Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
Had you ever heard this? A swede is a root vegetable. Had you ever heard that?
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
I was not familiar with that either. So is Blue Swede, the group Hooked on a Feeling, Ooga Chugga, those people? That was them, right? Blue Swede. Were they named after a root vegetable? Is there a Blue Swede that is a blue root vegetable? Inquiring minds want to know. This one seems to still have some skin on it. Ooh, dear. Hold on. I need to... How are you up? Don't want to lose battery charge when I'm over by the stove. Yeah. Okay, yay. Moving on. Dang it. Still some skin on there. It's really hard to tell with shallots, because this underneath looks a lot like the top. Ask Siri. That's a good question. Show me pictures of a swede root vegetable.
Here are some images of a sweet root vegetable I found on the web.
That looks exactly like a turnip. No wonder. Now I get the joke. Now I get the joke. It looks exactly like a turnip. I get it now. I have my Siri as a male voice. When I had the first opportunity, I changed it. Just because. I didn't want to be like everyone else. Although, show me information about a swede root vegetable. No. Yeah, I got it.
Let me have a look. Okay, I found this on the web.
Oh, it's a rutabaga. Yes, we call that a rutabaga. Yes, I've cooked with rutabaga. How funny that we, you know, two countries separated by a language. Yeah, rutabaga. I've cooked with rutabaga. I forgot what European country it was, but I did this impossibly good dish. I forgot what it was. It had like honey and rutabaga, and it was baked, and it was super delicious, and I need to find that and make that again. You know what? You gave me a great idea. I'm in the situation now where I'm going to be cooking for a party, and it was going to be... Still didn't get it. I'm going to make my paella, but I got a big paella pan, and it could make paella for more people, but there are probably more people than there is going to be paella. So I was thinking, what goes with that? And I was thinking, what would go with that? And does it have to be Spanish? And I came up with my mumu that I made for Papua New Guinea. And shallots. That's going to go over here. And, but that would be good, finding that rutabaga dish. That would be the perfect complement. So now I have something to consider. Yay! All right, so now I clean this, just get the prep stuff, and then we are ready to go. Okay. Okay. And boom. So quickly get together just a couple of dry goods that are going to be going in here. So I'm just here to help. Yes, thank you. I'm going to be over. Here. Okay, so I need to get a teaspoon of cumin. So that dried cumin, dried cumin. I can move you over here, you know. It is possible. You are mobile. I don't know about this whole GoPro thing. Everyone with their GoPros and stuff, and it sounds like such a fantastic idea. And I've seen, but then I realized that one person I saw doing it had like someone else holding the camera. I ain't got that. But, need to investigate. Okay. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Pepper. Diana, hello, thank you for the restream. Hello, Diana, how are you? There we go. We're looking for how much of the half a teaspoon of pepper. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Pepper hot, pepper cold. Pepper. And then half a cup of raisins. Did I use up every bowl in the house? I guess I did. So we're using the big bowl. Okay, big bowl for small item. Raisins. We're using Ink Panther. Hello, I love your name. Do you sell ink? Or are you tattooed? It's got to be one of the two. I'm guessing. Or you're an actual panther. That would be more difficult to guess, though. Okay, half a cup. Half a cup. Oh, raisins. I have golden raisins already, but I needed your regular raisins, so. And you know what? I don't even need to put in a bowl. I can fit in a ramekin. Get back. Okay. Santos, how you doing? Diana, good evening and welcome. Okay. I can put that in a ramekin, which is smaller and more appropriate to the task. Here we go. Upside down. And then we're done. Ish. Okay. Yeehaw, Santos, thank you for the restream. You go away. Okay, now we're going to start in on it is 7 o'clock on the button. We're going to start heating stuff up. So I'm going to use the saucepan, and since I honked up the other saucepan with my ignorance on how things work, I'm using the older saucepan for this. And I need to find a lid for that, which is that sound you just heard. I also found a spoon. Okay. That's not the one I want. Okay. Which one are you? Is it you? Lid. Looking for the right lid. Looking for the right lid. I'm looking for a lid. There you are. Okay. Hello. Okay, now. This is going to use a surprising amount of oil. It is traditional to use a surprising amount of oil for this dish. So, 1/2. It is using a half a cup of vegetable oil. Canola oil is what we're using in that place. Normally in Tajikistan, this would be mutton oil, lamb fat. But we ain't got that. We ain't got that, and I couldn't find that. There's no like halal market or something near me, so if I live down in Broward, I found a halal butcher down there, but that's hours away. It's not worth it just for lamb fat. Just saying. So while this is heating up, we're going to brown the lamb. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. And then we're going to add everything else in. And, you know what? while that heats up, I'm going to make a vague attempt to do something with the naan over here. That's gonna have to work because there's no other option. Okay. Can you see? Let me get you where you can see. Okay. Give me half a second here. Okay. A little closer. So, I'm trying to smash down the naan. And I should get a second sheet here. Parchment paper on my baking sheet. Okay, going 4 per tray. 1, 2. You're supposed to have floured hands and stuff, but like I said, I ran out of flour. And the husband just brought a big thing of flour there, but I'm not going to open it up just for that right now. And again, this rose quite nicely. It rose for longer than it should have. But they use stamps. They have these stamps that have designs on them. And, oopsie, that's another thing. They put designs into their breads. Obviously, these are smaller than I thought they would be, which is fine. I'm glad of that, because it makes 8 of them, and I thought that's going to be a problem. Punch. 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 Get out your aggressions. Punch. It is so hot because that oven is at 500 right now. And the stove is heating up too. These should be rounder, but I don't have the time to do that. I've never had stuff rise well, so this is kind of a first for me. This is really weird, interesting music. I must have changed albums somewhere. I found there's various songs called Tajikistan. I don't know how a person's inspired to write a song called Tajikistan unless you're from there, so I was just hoping. Okay, so from our flattened, what is the bread called? The bread is called naan. Normally you find Indian restaurants spelled N-A-A-N. This is the same concept, only Tajikistani style, and it is called naan, N-O-N. But you can spell it either way. It doesn't really matter. I need a bowl, because I need to beat me an egg right quick, and I need a bowl, and I done run out of bowls. We're gonna use a cereal bowl. So that's what the bread is called. Gotta get an egg, egg. Hopefully I will not destroy the egg, other than the way it's supposed to be. Okay, and Crackalacken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, oh well. Dang it. Double dang it. Stupid shell. And they say that holding the thing is a magnet, and it doesn't really do it for me. There. Okay. I hate breaking eggs. Okay, gonna beat the egg and add in a tablespoon of milk, because it's gonna get brushed on top of that. I've got the oil heating up in the pan over there. I've got 3 minutes to accomplish this task that I'm doing right here. Only 3 minutes. So getting a tablespoon of milk. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna eyeball the tablespoon, and I have the fat-free milk that we have for breakfast instead of whole milk, which I normally use for recipes, because I didn't want to have to get the whole thing of whole milk just for that, for splash. Okay. Okay, now that we have that, now we try to get fancy. I'm trying to get fancy. Doing little designs on the bread to pay tribute to the very, very designed bread that you'll find in Tajikistan. They'll be stamped with all sorts of beautiful flowers and stars and what have you, and it's quite the operation. Since I don't have the time, energy, or know-how, I am just sort of faking it with the from the video I saw of the little Tajikistani grandmas making a gigantic naan bread for a wedding in Dushanbe, which is the capital, which sounds like a French name, and I don't know why. So, and I'm not even doing it justice. Normally, like I said, they have stamps that have little designs and stuff on them. I'm trying to make little, like little waves along the side. Waves in tribute to Kanye's new album. You don't know it. You don't know waves. Enough yellow up on that whole action. Little sunbeams, little curvicues, whatever you want to call them, along the outside of the bread, just to give a vague idea of a design. There'll be people doing little stars and all sorts of business on them with forks and so forth. I am just going to do it this way, and then I'm going to add the shallots on top of the bread because that's something else I saw. So, we done that. Okay, picture time. Okay, and now shallots. Shallots are going to go on top of the bread here. I'm going to try to push them in. Little shallots in the bread. Shallots in the bread. Shallots in the bread. Putting shallots in the bread. Randomly shoving shallots into the dough to give it a little bit of sweetness. There is yogurt in the mix with the yeast and the whole wheat flour. It's a mix of whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour. Catch is that I ran out of all-purpose flour and I had to use more of the whole wheat flour, but I think it's going to be okay. Especially now that I have my fun little shallots my husband was so nice to stop and get me. To add to the naan. Before I had naan, and now I do have shallots. And I found my turnips. And we know that a blue Swede, that they call rutabaga a Swede in Scotland. So, we got that going, and boom, it is time. It is time for this to be brushed with the bath of the eggs here. Just gonna give it a gloss after it is baked. Okay, here we go. Brusha, brusha, brusha. Brushing with the egg. Brusha, brusha, brusha. Now I'm a minute behind. But it's gonna be okay. Okay. Blot, blot, blot. I was saying I saw a periscope of a seemed like a Russian dude in Dushanbe, just kind of staring at the camera, showing the snow outside. So, greetings, Dushanbe. Hello, Tajikistan. There's very little tourism in Tajikistan because people don't think to go there, but it is a beautiful place. the mountains that surround the capital. Just absolutely gorgeous. There is a fellow, I follow a variety of world travelers on Facebook and Twitter. Like I've mentioned before, this one guy who I now count as a Facebook friend and an occasional correspondent who will someday come visit, got the world record for going to all the countries in the world without flying over a period of 4 years. There's another fellow who's doing it and flying and making money in the process by staying in luxury hotels and stuff, but he wants to hit every single country. And he just hit Afghanistan just this last week, and he was there with his mother. And so they're looking at Kabul and taking pictures and having food and having a great time. And then, of course, there was the news of the big suicide bombing just, yesterday. And everyone was freaking out, going, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And he's thinking, no, I just got out to Turkey just this morning. Terrorists suck. Everybody hates them. They kill more Muslims than they kill anybody else. Muslims hate them. Everybody hates terrorists. So, he got out okay. But he was saying that it looks a lot like Tajikistan and all the other Central Asian capitals, with their beautiful mountains, all snow-capped at this time. Okay, here at 7:14, we're gonna stick the bread in the oven, and oh crap balls. I'm gonna have to put more oil in the, hold on a second. Okay, bread. Did I take a picture of this? I don't know. Okay, and the bread is going in, hold on, stay. Okay, bread in the oven. We got 2 trays. Tray 1, tray 2. Set timer for 20 minutes. Beth, is it? Thank you for the like and the restream. Okay, now we're gonna turn back to our lamb over here. I'm gonna stick you in there. Okay, so this has gotten hot, and I put some more oil in it. I hope that wasn't a mistake, and I'm sure it's gonna explode in a second. So, hold on tight. Hold on tight to your dreams. Okay. And yeah, got the sizzle. I warned you to turn your face with the oven being so high. Yes. This time I knew to expect, Expect a little bit. I put more oil in. I hope that was a mistake. I know it already was a good deal, but... Okay, once that's in there for a second, we're going to add in our vegetables. Our onions, and our turnips, which you can't see because of the white balance. Turnip, singular. Turnip for what? Turnip for what? And carrots. And you've made a fine, eggy mess on the counter. So now we're going to add to this, we're going to add our cumin. Cumin, right hand, left hand, need to clean the counter. Cumin, go. Cumin, and then salt and pepper. There's our pepper, and then we'll get the salt. Okay. Now while this softens, I need to get 4 cups of water going in the tea kettle. So, can you see from there? I don't want you too close because you'll burn up. I need to get 4 cups of water, so hold on. I'm behind you. Putting 4 cups of water in a tea kettle. How fast can 4 cups of water boil? At sea level. Oh, that reminds me. We are at sea level, by the way. It's a short hike out to the sea, the ocean, which I get to see every day. I'm very lucky. I'm a fortunate person. And, okay, oil everywhere. So, back to high there. Oil. Splatter, not good, have to mop. Meanwhile, so we are at sea level. I was on a cruise, and the cruise director came out and started telling like the dumbest questions that people ask, stories. And one that he told was, he was standing on the beach with somebody at the ocean and looking out going, what would you say our altitude is here? Like sea level, there's the sea, we're at sea level. So while that water boils, I am going to clean this gook that accumulated here because it's gross. It's very gross. It's so gross I'm going to have to tear my paper out gross. Yuck. Chickens and eggs and salmonella. It's just a really great combination. Yuck. Ugh, fudge. Ugh, gross. Gross, 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 gross. Ugh, what a mess. It's a problem with eggs. The bacteria everywhere. Clean, clean. Okay. Now that we are appropriately disinfected, we may resume. Okay. These vegetables are softening. I need to get 2 cups of rice going in a bowl. I'll put them in this bowl. We are going to use the basmati, the fake basmati rice here, because it's close enough to India that I can pull that off. So 2 cups of rice going to the bowl over here. 1 cup, 2 cups. Yes, there will be leftovers. And rice goes everywhere. I have this on medium heat, honest to God. Because vegetables are softening and splattering. Okay, now that we have that, come on, water, boil. It is boiling, yay. So now we're going to add the water to this. To the Plov. Okay, water added. For Pete's sake. Probably be helpful to put in the rice at this point, don't you think? So put in the rice, and not 2 pictures, thank you, I only needed 1. Delete. Okay. Now mix this up and let it simmer uncovered for 15 minutes. Is that first? No, we're gonna add the raisins and apricots now? No, that comes after, okay. 15 minutes. Oh, I can do you. Set timer for 14 minutes.
Okay, 14 minutes and counting.
They should be able to name alarms, like, you know, like alarm 1, say, do this, alarm 2, do that. Like, wake up, brush your teeth. No, really, wake up. I mean it this time. Dub Planet, Dub. Thank you for liking the restream. So, we got this, simmering, simmadana, and wash that. Our bread has, how much longer? It has 10 minutes to go down there. Anne Marie, hey, thanks for the restream. We are cooking the food of Tajikistan, in case you're just joining, and if you are completely new to this concept, this is my personal journey to learn to cook by cooking the food of a different nation, 1 country a week, working my way around the world from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. Started in September of 2012, and here it is February of 2016, and we're in the home stretch in the letter T. This is country number 170 of 193 UN member states. Everything can be found at cliffyland.com. Cliffyland for all your Cliffyland needs. Thank you for the follow, Blackwater. You can follow here on Meerkat. To be advised when future streams are scheduled and or starting. I tend to do 2 to 3 a week, depending on the country and my personal schedule. Always cooking on Tuesdays, so happy Tuesday. Usually maybe like a Friday or Sunday or something like that too. Again, depending on the country and the cuisine. Again, you can find it at cliffyland.com. You can follow on Facebook. Go to Facebook, look for Cliffyland, the Global Cooking Challenge, or just Cliffyland, you'll find it. Of Twitter, follow at Cliffyland, and follow there. And Instagram, Pinterest, and now YouTube. If you're seeing this on YouTube, hello future, how are things there? Are they any better than they are now? Because right now they kind of suck. The bubbling. The blogs are posted every Wednesday. This started way before Meerkat, obviously. I didn't know how to boil water when I started, but it started, you can find it at cliffyland.com. It's actually a Tumblr. If you're on Tumblr, you can follow on Tumblr too. You'll see everything from Afghanistan through last week, which was it? Syria. We did Syria last week, which came out, a very sad country. Food came out really great. Hopefully there will be an influx of Syrian cuisine around the world that everyone can enjoy. Trying to find the silver lining in a sad rain cloud. There's pictures on the blog. There's links to the original recipes on the blog, and there are reviews of how things went, what they tasted like, and information about the countries, and links to these videos here. So if you kind of come back, you want to see something you missed because you have a life and you're not sitting there staring at your phone for 2 hours. You can, check those out. You can check those out on YouTube too. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then that way you can fast forward through the boring parts. So this is bubbling. It's gonna be bubbling for a few more minutes. Uncovered, purposely uncovered. And then meanwhile, on our bread, we have the bread down in our oven. I'm gonna take a peek. I turn the light on. Light on. Light on. Where's the light? Light. Oven light. There we are. How are we looking? It's looking like bread. It's actually looking like bread. Done. So, like I said, this is night 2. Night 1 was, we did Kurutob, that's Q-U-R-U-T-O-B, Kurutob, which was an epic 4+ hour adventure on Friday, which had long stretches of me doing this, because we were waiting. So if you want to go back and check out and skip through all the waiting, you'll see a really great dish. Because that involved making bread, that involved making the yogurt bowls, which both things normally you could buy in Tajikistan and just kind of throw the dish together. That was some vegetables and making lamb shanks, roasted lamb shanks, which were exquisite. The taste of the whole thing together was out of this world. It was seasoned with basil, chopped basil, and chopped, I think it was parsley. And it was remarkable. The husband said it was one of the best dishes of all, so that's really saying something. It was delightfully sour and meaty and had the fat from the lamb, which made it juicy, and the bread gave it, you know, really filling quality. It used half of the bread that I made, so I have the other half stashed in the fridge. If anyone has any questions, I can just take a break from my steam bath here to answer them, should you have any. Doom-biddy-doom. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get hydrated. Oh dear. Oh, this for over here. Dried apricots. They will be going in later. More dried apricots. They will go on top later. All-purpose flour. There, my honey got me. It's our baby. I'm putting this in the freezer. I always put dried goods, pasta, flour, what have you, in the freezer for at least overnight, so as I don't have bugs. It's the one sure way to not have bugs. Sorry, what was the recipe with the lamb shanks? That was called Kurutob. Q-U-R-U-T-O-B. Kurutob. It's kind of a stew made with this bread and the dried yogurt balls. And like I said, you can normally find those things in Tajikistan, in the sand. You buy them, you have them at home. The dried yogurt balls, the concept is that there you have people would live on the plains and the nomads, and they can't refrigerate dairy. So what they do is they make yogurt, and then they dry it out, and they bake it, and they make balls. And so that way they carry these dried yogurt balls with them whenever they want. So it's like, you know, evaporated milk or something, that they can then just, you know, just add water, and then boom, they have yogurt. So they have these all over Tajikistan. I had to make them. So, and that is something with a Q-U, Kuro, I think it's called, the yogurt balls. But I had to make the yogurt balls, had to make the bread, which was called fatir, I think it's F-A-T-I-R. It's a different type of flat bread, but it's not leavened. So I had to make those two things, and the lamb shanks, and the vegetable dish. If you find the recipe for the dish, the kurutob, you'll find that it's vegetarian, most of the time. Most of the ones you find online, anyway. Wikipedia suggests it's vegetarian also. However, this fella who went to Tajikistan, he made the trip, had it with lamb. And I was like, good, because I didn't feel like having a vegetarian dish. Nothing against vegetarians, I just don't happen to be one. More power to you if you are, though. Because that is a, I mean, I just imagine it's, I mean, you can get used to anything, but I imagine it's difficult to deal with the world around you. But hey, good if you do. See, normally I would taste, because I add the salt and pepper, but it's darn hot. And so I'm going to taste it later, when, you know, I can taste how the rice is doing. We've got 2 minutes to go on the bread. We have how many minutes to go here on our 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go on simmering this. Then we're going to add the dried apricots. We're going to add the dry raisins, which are dried grapes, obviously. And but the combination of covered and uncovered, and then off the heat entirely. So there's 3 steps to this: the cooking uncovered, the adding the dried fruits and covering it, and then just letting it sit off the heat. So that. How much time do you have on the bread? 1 minute and 43 seconds on the bread. Hey, batter, swing. It's looking kind of crusty brown on the bread, so that's looking nice. In fact, since we're getting close, I should get out my oven mitts. I have learned not to grab hot things right out of the oven, but I have not learned to not stick my face in the oven as soon as I open it. Learning process. Around the world. We've got an around the world oven mitt. Find Tajikistan on this oven mitt. It's not there. It's over here. Like right about where my finger is. That's Spain. Here's Tajikistan. And the water's evaporating nicely on that. Regarding Tajik people, not all Tajikistanis are Tajik, and not all Tajiks are in Tajikistan. Tajiks are an ethnic group. The origin of the Tajik people is a subject of debate. Some people want to believe they come from the Persian people, and some people want to believe they come from the Turkish people. So even the origin of the name Tajik is a subject of debate. But many Tajikistanis live in Uzbekistan. And many Tajiks live in Uzbekistan. Many Tajikistanis who can be Tajiks or Uzbeks or Persians or any number of things can live elsewhere and work elsewhere and come back. It's not that big a country. And ding, 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 our timer is done. So we're going to get our bread out of the oven. Don't put your face in the oven. Trying not to put my face in the oven. Hotness. Hot. Off. Hot. Okay. Don't put your face in the oven. There they are. Can you see? They look pretty. And they're also very hot on the tray. Hot. Our other one. Very hot. Ow, hot. Too hot. Hand off. Okay. Still hot. Hot. And we've got second oven mitt involved here. That's very hot. The oven was at 500. So, there they are. I'm going to keep them warm in the oven. I hope I don't burn up with it cracked open like that. Yes, it looks delicious. How much time do we have on our timer for the rice? We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left. 1 minute, 15 seconds. What can you do in 1 minute, 15 seconds? I'm not going to bother washing a bowl in 1 minute and 15 seconds. This looks really good. This looks really good, but I will definitely have to taste it later. Not right now. Yeah. Did I tell you I ran another 10 miles today? First time in a week. I was worried about had an inflamed tendon. So I took advantage of the fact that it was raining and said, you know what? I'm not going to run. And then the weekend I didn't run. And today, it was hot! And I ran and I was in pain. And then I had a cramp when I just started this. I could barely walk. But now I'm A-okay. This is about being dehydrated. Water. Okay, we have how much time? How much time? We have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Happy birthday. Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to add the raisins and the apricots. Get all the raisins out. And the dried apricots that I chopped up over here. Chop, chop, chop. And I'm gonna mix those in. Okay, I can touch that. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna give that a good little sample out there to taste. And what do we do now? We're gonna remove it from the heat and cover it. Cover, remove from heat. You go this way.
The Plov.
Plov, Plov. We love the Plov. You got Plov love. Indeed. So let's see what that tasted like. Shall we? Ah, it's good right now. It's quite hot. Here, num num, nummy num, nummy num for you. Have some. Yeah. What does it smell of? It doesn't have much of a scent, actually. Do you smell? Or my sense of smell gone?
For what?
Anything.
I smell bread.
Yeah, I smell bread.
And spices.
And spices. There's cumin. Yes, I'm smelling cumin. The cumin and the onions. And the lamb fats. And sweetness from the raisins and the apricots, which is nice. Could use a little more salt though. What is this crazy sound? Wow. That sounds like a comedy recording right there. That does.
Sounds like olive oil.
So yeah, olive oil. Okay, mix it up. It's weird, the lamb was browned, but it wasn't, cooked, burnt, seared on the outside. Just saying. Let's give that another taste. One more time. Better. Good. I'm sorry. That was bothering me. Hope it didn't burn my tongue. It's got the combination of sweet and sour. I mean, sweet and salty, with the and savory from the cumin, and the sweetness from the onions, and the fruits, and the saltiness of the salt.
Salt is salty?
Which brings it out. Imagine that. Salt is actually salty. Supposed to be 10-15 minutes, eh? So we're gonna give it maybe another 9. Just sit there. And let's get ready to plate. Get ready for this. Are you ready for this? I can't see. It's happening over there. See, those are the plates. Maybe see both things at once. I'm gonna put the bread out here now. We obviously have leftover bread, which is very crispy now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you see? That's the bread. I should get something to grasp that with. Here, take a picture first, just so we can prove that it was before it was consumed. The food paparazzi. No! Run! It's the Instagram hordes. Not whores, hordes. You know, these tongs, you've seen these tongs before. You've seen them in action. I've used them. I used them on the cast iron plate that you're sitting in right now. And on Friday, while I was using them, it was sitting in the plate like thus. And then I came back and, you know, it was like all melted, flattened. So I needed a replacement tongs. I destroyed my tongs. No, don't kill me. Okay. It's a little burnt on the bottom. Just a little bit. A little bit. But if you look, Tajikistan, Google Tajikistan and bread, you'll see people with stacks of the bread all over creation. Selling it. Bread is everything. Bread is life in Tajikistan. So we're making the naan. And I tried to get like a pattern. I don't know if you can see it. The pattern along the edge, I ridged it all in to try to make it look like something. They do a much better job, obviously, there. Okay. And since you're so nice, I'm gonna taste a bit. Can I touch it? Can I touch it? Is it too hot? It's too hot. We'll touch it later. We will touch that later. Yes, we will. We've got 5 minutes. 5 more minutes on the right. Ow, that is hot. Okay. I'm going to have some water. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We are nearing dinner time for the plov. Normally, this would again be just like with the kurutab, be served in family style in a plate in the middle of a tablecloth, probably sitting around the floor. You know, most people in the world don't eat at a table, sitting. They'll be sitting on the ground or, you know, other things. So just to bear that in mind. But they put down the big tablecloth, and then they put down the platter, and then everyone, the oldest person eats first. And then you eat what's with your hands. You eat what's in front of you. You don't ever grab what's on the other side. That is considered very, very bad. Oh, Mom, thank you. That's so sweet. But you don't reach on the other side. You only eat with your hands, and you eat what's in front of you. Vis-a-vis the plov, I'm not sure about that, because that sounds like it would be messier than anything. But the kurutab, most definitely is eaten with the hands. We did not. We are not hand eaters. Other people try to be authentic that way when they cook around the world. Not me, though. Just
hi, Mom.
Too much work. Yes! Hello, Princess. Hello. 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 Okay. How are we doing? Time. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Come back for these runs. I could, like, sit for an hour. I'm trying to get this.
Do we need knives or just forks?
Forks will do. The bread you'll have to break with your hands. And you can use it any way you want. Or you can break it with your fork or your knife or... Ow. It's rather crispy.
Original or extra crispy?
Yeah, it's extra crispy. It's, I'm sort of afraid to grab it.
Oh.
Still hot. Crunchy. Tasty. Filling. It looks like a good, you know, good addition to anything. But I kind of burnt it though. It's kind of a little burnt. Not supposed to be that way. Oh well. Tastes good. That'll be leftovers. I have a problem. I think it's supposed to rise, be fluffy. I've never gotten anything fluffy made, which is to my eternal shame. I mean, this thing kind of rose, but I let it rise. But I used the whole wheat flour for part of it, which could be part of the problem. See, very whole wheat. But the shallots give a nice flavor. But it's a little on the crackery side. Two minutes. Now listen to the soothing sounds from Tajikistan. The haunting wails of the Tajikistani grandma, who apparently is being tortured in some fashion. That's my only explanation. I'm sorry, that's not polite. I take that back. Okay, we've got 1 minute. 1 minute, and when this is plated, the goal is to pull out the lamb pieces and put them on top. So it looks better. And then we're going to dress it with more dried apricots. Cannot forget that. So we got orange and brown and white, color-wise. 1 minute. 1 minute. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. Get Mr. Scoop ready. Scoop-a-doop-doop. Ding! Time's up. Plov. Plov love. Here's our plov. Here plov, there plov, everywhere plov, plov. Okay. Ah, you know what? You should taste it again, just so I know. Okay. Oh, I see a turnip. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the turnips in there. I thought that was an onion. Have some. Mmm. That's tasty. Tasty. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Raiders. Here we go. Oh, oh. Okay, scoop-a-doop. Got some of that lovely orange from the carrots. Make sure to get enough pieces of lamb in there too, and the apricots. I have to pull out the lamb pieces to put them on top. I will do that in a moment. Now we got the Tajikistani marches going. I think the people at Apple Music are probably like, who is this guy? I mean, one day he's playing, you know, Swedish folk songs, and now he's got Tajikistan. Then he's got the African drums going. Then he's got like club music. What the hell is happening with it from San Marino? What the heck is this guy into? Confounding people. So we will continue plating over here. I will bring you over. Come this way. Come see my etchings. All right. So tongs. No. Well, I don't have tweezers, so tongs will do. Trying to get out pieces of the lamb to put them on the top. Come back here. Come back here, baby. You get on top here. Need more lamb. Stay. Don't fall off. Okay. Lamb. Okay, then we're gonna dress that with the apricots in a second. Okay, there. This goes here. So we're gonna dress it with the apricots. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we will clean up the dish. Wow, that looks nice. You'd eat that at a restaurant, wouldn't you? You got a plov. I wish the lighting was better, so you could actually get a look at it. Here, that's better. Down, up. There you go. That's our plov. Is the lamb nice and tender? It appears so. I will sneak a bite. That's one thing I did not bite. I'm gonna bite one out of here. Yes. I could have used seasoning before, now that I think about it. But I don't know if that would have done anything. But it tastes very good. Okay, picture. So that is our plov. Yum. Thank you, Lavender Femchi. So that is night 2, last night of Tajikistan. Look for the blog tomorrow, Wednesday, at cliffyland.com. I don't know why it looks so weird in this lighting. Cliffyland.com. Follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow here on Meerkat for being advised of future streams. We are in the letter T now. So, like I said, the blog is tomorrow, cliffyland.com. Pictures, original recipes, links to the original recipes, links to these videos, information about the country, etc. Next week, we go back to Africa. We're cooking the food of Tanzania. Yay! So that will leave us with only, what, 3 more African countries, I think? 4 after that? After 54, so that's going to be fun. So next week, Tajikistan. Tomorrow, the blog at Cliffyland. Thank you for watching. Gotta eat before it gets cold. Thanks for looking. Thanks. Hi, Mom and Dad. Talk to you later. Bye.